Can you detox microplastics? It is the question the entire wellness internet decided to answer at once, and the answers cost between £20 and £200. Microplastics are in your blood, they are in your lungs, and studies have now found microplastics in human brain tissue. So obviously somebody is selling you a way to flush them out. Today, does any of it work? Quick grounding. Microplastics are plastic fragments smaller than 5 millimeters, and the really small ones, nanoplastics, are small enough to cross into places you would rather they did not. They come from everything. Packaging breaking down, synthetic clothes shedding in the wash tires, wearing on roads, chopping boards, tea bags, household dust. You are eating them, drinking them, and breathing them, and nobody consented to that. And the health worry is not imaginary. Researchers looking at fatty plaque removed from people's arteries found that those with plastic particles in the plaque went on to have more heart attacks and strokes than those without. That is an association, not proof that the plastic caused it, and the people in that study already had arterial disease. But it is a serious enough signal that people are right to be uneasy. So, two teams. Team Flush It Out says there are real ways to help your body get rid of this stuff. Team Turn Off the Tap says you cannot unring this bell, and every pound you spend on a detox is a pound not spent on stopping the exposure. Team Flush It Out first, and their case has actually got better recently, which is rare. They have 3 points. 1. There is early research on fibre. The idea is that gel-forming fibres in your gut act a bit like a net binding particles, and stopping them crossing the gut wall into your blood, so they leave the way everything else leaves. In 2025, a Japanese research team fed rats indigestible fibers alongside microplastics, and the rats given a fiber called chitosan excreted noticeably more plastic than the others. Separate work in mice found a fiber supplement helped clear forever chemicals, the ones called PFAS, that often come along with plastics. 2. The newest one, which got a lot of headlines this summer, a supplement made from heat-killed bacteria, a postbiotic that has a rough surface which plastic particles stick to. It was tested in laboratory models of the human gut lining, and then in a small human study where participants chewed gum, which is a known source of plastic fragments. The supplement bound to the particles in the mouth. 3. And this is their strongest point, and it is a good one. We used to say nothing could be done about forever chemicals. Then, a randomized trial in Australia took 285 firefighters with high PFAS levels and had them donate blood or plasma regularly for a year. It worked. Plasma donation dropped their levels by roughly a quarter, blood donation by about a tenth, and it was the first intervention ever shown to reduce PFAS in people. So, no cap. Sometimes the skeptics are wrong and something does come along. Right? Team Turn Off the Tap. They have 3 points, and the first one is a single sentence said slowly. 1. Look at where all of that happens. The fiber work happens in your gut. The postbiotic happens in your gut and your mouth. The plasma donation removes chemicals that were floating around in your blood bound to a protein. Every single one of those is catching things on the way in, or filtering things that are still circulating. None of them touch a plastic particle that has already lodged in tissue. Nobody has shown a way to get a particle out of a brain, a lung, or an artery wall. That is not skepticism. That is just where the research currently is. 2. Read the details on the exciting studies. Rats, mice, laboratory models of gut lining, a small human study measuring binding in the mouth. Not one of those has shown that a person's total body load of plastic went down, because measuring that in a living human is extremely hard. Early is not the same as false. It is also not the same as proven, and the supplement page will not make that distinction for you. 3. On the plasma donation trial, one honest caveat that got lost in the coverage. The study measured chemical levels. It did not measure whether anyone got healthier. Lowering a number is not automatically the same as improving a life, and the researchers said so themselves. Here is the knockout point. While everyone has been arguing about removal, the one lever that definitely works has been sitting there being boring. Reduce what goes in. Heat is the big one, because heating food in plastic is one of the most reliable ways to release particles into your dinner. Bottled water is another. And that is not a supplement, it is a decision, and it costs nothing. Write 5 microplastic myths, and 4 of them are currently being sold to you. Myth 1. Activated charcoal detoxes microplastics. Charcoal binds certain substances in the gut, and hospitals genuinely use it for some poisonings. There is no evidence it clears plastic particles out of your tissues. It also binds medication, so taking it casually alongside a prescription is a genuinely bad idea. Speak to a pharmacist first. Myth 2, you can sweat them out in a sauna. There is some evidence that certain plastic-related chemicals turn up in sweat, but a chemical is not a particle. A plastic fragment sitting in your brain is not leaving through your armpit. Saunas are lovely for other reasons. Myth 3, your liver handles it. Your liver is excellent at processing chemicals it can break down. A solid particle wedged in tissue is not a molecule it can metabolize. It is a splinter, not a cocktail. Myth 4, it is proven that microplastics cause heart attacks. What exists is a strong and worrying association found in people who already had disease in their arteries. That is a very good reason to reduce your exposure. It is not the same as proven cause, and being straight about that is how you stay worth listening to. Myth 5. Switch everything to glass and you are microplastic free. You will meaningfully cut your exposure, which is absolutely worth doing. You will not get to zero because this stuff is in dust, air, soil, and rain. Zero is not on the menu, and chasing it will only make you miserable. That is the myths dealt with. Now the part that actually matters. And the honest answer is no. You cannot detox microplastics. Not in the way the word detox is being used. Nothing on sale has been shown to remove plastic that is already in your tissue. What is genuinely promising and still early is reducing how much crosses from your gut into your blood in the first place. And what is proven for the chemical side at least is that filtering the blood works via plasma donation in people with unusually high exposure. But the honest hierarchy is not close. Exposure reduction beats everything else by a mile. It is free, and it is available today. Practical takeaway, and it is refreshingly cheap. Never heat food in plastic. Use glass or ceramic in the microwave. Do not pour boiling water into plastic. Filter your tap water rather than buying bottled, because bottled water is one of the more concentrated sources. Swap heavily scratched plastic chopping boards for wood or glass, because a knife on soft plastic is a small factory. Use loose-leaf tea or check your bags. Vacuum and dust more often, since a lot of what you breathe indoors is textile fibers. And eat plenty of fibre, which might help with this and is unambiguously good for you regardless. One last thing, and I mean it kindly. If reading about this has left you anxious, that is a completely reasonable reaction to a genuinely annoying situation. But you cannot control the atmosphere, and anxiety is not a detox protocol. Do the cheap, sensible things, then go and live your life. This is general information and not medical advice, and if you are worried about a specific exposure, a doctor is a better bet than a checkout page. So, are you team flush it out or team turn off the tap? Subscribe to Health, you decide. Tell us in the comments the plastic thing in your kitchen you are about to throw away and go and heat up your food in a glass plate, not a plastic container.